Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Land Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Sleds. With me, as always, Titan Mike Kessinger.
What's up, guys? Kev, what's going on?
Not much.
So, before we start this show, we had a little wager last week that you were so confident in. How'd that turn out for you?
It was close. What did he hit?
Close.
166.
166.
He was like one hit away.
2.
It was close.
One more hit would have got him 190 something.
And of course, now he's
still under
hitting
250.
home runs, but yeah.
He's still in 250 this series if you do the math too.
He's hitting better.
He hit more, but he had 2 hits in the Minnesota Twins series and he has 3 in this one. So I mean,
he's going up. He's moving up.
Yeah, but not to. But what happened? You lost, correct?
Some kind of bet. I don't know.
Come on, Kev. Man up.
Something about some kind of shirt.
And we got the shirt right here, guys.
And he couldn't even buy a real Tennessee Titan shirt. He had to.
You know
a white T-shirt and had to write on it.
Yeah, because I'm from Cleveland.
It's called Amazon.com.
I'm not ordering no shirt for you just to wear.
Why?
Because you're small as shit. I have to order. I can't wear it then.
I wear a large.
I don't. I wear extra large. So I made you a shirt, which is funnier this way too, because they don't make shirts that what this saying has on it. The shirt, it has a little more to it. So we got here. We'll have you put it on. We'll have you put it on, and then we'll show our podcast world.
This is 100% untrue, by the way. What the shirt says.
No, Kev, it's a bet. You lost it. Own up. Put it on.
Take my headset off.
That's fine. You take your. Nobody listens to you anyways. You take your headset off. That's just you watching, and 4 other people. You guys ready to watch this?
That's how I get listeners. I just start a bunch of watch parties for myself.
Oh, that makes sense. Ready? Oh, you gotta walk in front of each camera and let them know. Let the world know. What is it? Roll it down.
Oh, it doesn't go all the way down.
All the way down. All the way. There you go. Nope. Put your hands up. Hands up. Don't shoot. Come on, get it from there. What does it say, guys? Titans rule. Browns suck.
Not true. But
spin around. Okay. Spin around. Titan Mike has spoken.
Sure, you don't want to go double or nothing?
You want to wear Speedo? Is that what you want to wear? No, because if I win again, you have to wear a Speedo. I'm not gonna do the show. We're gonna lose more viewers, and it's just not happy. Let's just go out on top. I'm gonna go out happy, man. Titans roll. Browns suck.
I'm kind of hot with 2 shirts on here.
He'll get over it. We're in a basement.
I'm gonna turn the air up.
It's cooler down here than it is the rest of my house. But
all right, now that we're past that bullshit, what do we got going on in the sporting world?
Indians dropped 2 of 3.
Yeah.
Against the Red Sox. The bats could not do anything. The only plus side of it was we saw Reyes hit 2 homers, and Carlos Santana is on fire. What we got going on there?
Daryl asked, "Oh my God, what did you do?" Apparently he didn't hear the bet, but everybody knows now.
Everybody knows now. He bet that Familia Reyes would bet over 250 in the Minnesota Twins series, and he actually batted 166. Yeah. I knew he wasn't going to bet. He's struggling, and I don't think it's going to happen until next year.
No, he'll be all right. He'll come around. And I'm a man of my word, so
he lost.
Unwillingly wearing this fucking shirt, but
and he has to wear it to work too.
That's not. It's duration of the show. That's it.
And to work tomorrow.
9 o'clock it comes off.
And to work tomorrow.
All right, so yeah, they after winning 3 out of 4 in Minnesota,
and then the first
winning the last game in epic fashion with the grand slam and the extra innings after blowing it after Brad Ham blew it. And then, Santana again Monday with the walk-off. And then all the momentum was kind of sucked out of it these last 2 games.
No, we had our best 2 pitchers going, too, and we couldn't top their bats.
And it was a bullpen game for Boston, too. And
they started a bullpen guy today.
One of the worst bullpens in the league, and we got 4 hits.
We couldn't do nothing. We could have won last night, but I respect Lindor, and I don't know who might have, to question he's...
Yeah, he admitted he manned up after the game, said I made a mistake. I shouldn't have tried to steal.
Because we had 1 out, the guy on second.
The only thing you can say is if it did happen to work and he did steal, Mercado flew out, which would have been a sac fly, which would have
Exactly,
won the
I
game.
got that part.
Right.
But even if Mercado flies out deep enough, he could tag. Lindor's fast enough to tag,
Yeah.
and then Santana literally hit a ground. He's been on fire. You could have him You guarantee Santana comes in the plate with not stealing. Staying on second. That Mercado. I mean, even though he's been struggling of late, who knows? He could game through with a base hit, and that'll get game over.
Yeah.
If not, a bunt to
Right. Well, like you said, he admitted he was wrong. He was just
he
trying
was-
to be aggressive.
Wait, no,
trying to make
I
something
respect
happen.
that. I respect that. I respect that. Don't get me wrong, but that was the difference I think from winning the series and losing the series.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, you guaranteed not stealing. You guaranteed Carlos Santana come up to bat, and with him being so hot, he could have another home run, another walk off. I mean,
Plus, they wouldn't have been in a position to go to extra innings without him hitting the tying double. So,
So, yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, you'll take it, but then today it was just kind of a shit show.
it was okay because like it was 2-1. Like Bieber only gave They gave up two back-to-back solo home runs. But other than that, he had a great outing. Like,
And
he
you
had 7-8 strikeouts, but then you
can't put down Nick Goody because he's been like awesome since he's
I
come
got
back.
it. He gave up a 3-run bomb that just
Yeah.
and that pretty much was a dagger. Like that just
Right.
all hope.
That's the first bad game he's had in a very long time.
I mean, so Bryce side we saw Jake Allen come up or
Logan Allen.
Logan Allen. Sorry,
Yeah, made
Logan
his-
Allen come
his
up
debut.
and he
Pitched
He was
two,
pretty
two and a
good.
third, struck out 3 guys, no runs. So
looked pretty good. I liked
maybe
him.
he can be a nice weapon out of the bullpen.
I'm
from
seeing
the
more
left
and more
side.
with this Perez guy. I'm starting to like this Perez guy. He has some good stuff. I'm
Oliver
like,
Perez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pitching better.
Yeah, he's
a
looking
veteran.
really good.
He's been around a long time.
This submarine thrower we have, man. I don't know. They gotta stop using. They gotta
Simber,
stop
yeah,
using
he's-
him, man.
He's not been doing too good.
Yeah, put him down the bottom. That's like a oh shit moment. We need a pitcher, throw him in there because
Thankfully, AJ Cole's on the DL. Hopefully, he stays there.
we got
But Tyler Clippard's been solid. Hunter Wood, Tyler
Clippard,
Nick Goody,
Wood,
except for
Goody,
today.
Perez, and it looks like Allen's gonna be coming out of the bullpen
Yeah.
for the remainder of the season probably.
And
And we got Whittinger.
there's a good chance we're gonna have another arm in the bullpen, maybe in another 2-3 weeks.
Who?
Carlos Carrasco.
You think so?
He's throwing to live hitters this weekend. He's thrown 2
in
bullpen
Akron?
sessions. No, in Cleveland. He's going to throw to live hitters like in practice.
Oh, batting practice.
And then they said once he comes back, it's too late in the year to stretch him back out to be a starter. So he'll probably pitch out of the bullpen. So
That would be.
that could be a big boost if he comes back to where he was.
So we could be looking at I like the back of that rotation like with Allen. We got. I mean, Allen, Woods, Perez, Goody, and Chipper. Like that's a solid. Everybody else is kind of like, eh.
They need to stop pitching hand so much. I think that's
Yeah,
part of the
getting
problem.
burned
is,
out. Like
yeah,
he literally
he's
burned like 3 games in a
overused.
row. Like, dude,
Yeah,
back off. Like they
That-
should have had Allen up.
yeah. Let one of these other guys close the game. this
Allen's
year.
a starter, so he has starting caliber stuff. You put him in as a closer. I mean, if you can convert Allen to a closer, you could have 2 dominant closers. But
Yeah, so it also hurt not having Puig, but I mean we all knew that
I'd
this
rather-
was
I'd
the
rather
best
him-
3 games from
yes,
the
I'd rather
survey.
him take this and take off in a 4-game series against New York.
That's why he appealed it so he could play the Minnesota series and then dropped it so he could serve it now before the.
And he just congratulations him. He just
Oh yeah,
American citizen.
Yep, congratulations. He's the third or fourth Indian this year to get their citizenship.
good. I mean we can't he has so much help doing it too. So with
Yeah.
MLB they're on it, So
Right.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like a professional.
I know we talked about it last week. I would love to be able to re-sign him.
I think we can. I really think there's a good possibility of him resigning. He's already looking like he's already a fan favorite.
Well, they said it's the way he is in the clubhouse. It's like he's been here all year.
And the dude is hitting I haven't seen him hit.
He's
I haven't
been
seen
abused.
him.
I think he's hitting almost 350 since he joined the Indians.
Since joining the Indians, yeah, but in the Minnesota series, he hit 4 something.
Yeah. Yeah,
For 80
killed-
or something. He
killed
hit
the Twins.
470, 480.
And then the
nuts.
one game they lost, he hit that 460 foot
Yeah,
bomb.
yeah.
So
So I
yeah,
really think I was talking to a guy at work, and he told me there's no way now that we're gonna keep him because Francona don't like basket cakes, and I get that, but like I don't think Puig's as crazy as a basket as like.
No, he's not. That's a way overblown.
Like he's not a Odell Beckham type diva.
No, he's a competitive guy, and
and
he sticks up for his teammates.
And I was like, they kept Trevor Bauer around for how long? And I was like, he was
Right.
just as erratic and loose cannon as anybody in the MLB right now.
Exactly.
I mean, but if you're good, Terry Francona can overlook it.
Right.
It's literally the whole Kaepernick thing. It's if you're good enough to play, is your value worth the antics you're gonna bring to the table? You know, are you gonna be productive enough to overshadow, the drama you bring to the team?
Right.
If not, we're not gonna keep you. If you're yes, that's why Bauer stayed because he was an asset, so we didn't care what he did, and we bit it, we just blatted an eye, turned the other cheek, the whole whatever euphemism you want to say,
Right.
But I think Puig will have the money with Kipnis coming off the books. Not Freeman, we have Freeman I think for another what? We signed him for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think we have next year, at least next year.
So he'll be the utility guy. Yeah.
So we can even put him as a starter if need be. Like, I think he could be like it would literally be the same thing. His glove is almost as.
Oh, there'll be somebody new at second base next year for sure, or third base, and Ramirez moving to second base. They're not bringing Kipnis back. His contract's up. There's no way they're re-signing him.
No, but I could see him. The only way I see him coming back is if nobody else.
If he takes like a $2-3 million 1 year deal, something like that. Maybe try to reestablish himself for another contract.
I don't think 2-3 million sign him, 5-6 sign him, to come back Cleveland. But
I mean, they've got, like you said, Freeman. They got Christian Arroyo, who they traded for.
Yeah,
in the Underwood
Yu
deal.
Chang is still.
Yeah, they've got plenty of options.
Yeah. It sucks because Kipnis is a huge locker room guy.
Yeah, he is, and he's a good dude. I like as far as that goes. Yeah,
his contract's
he'll
not.
be missed.
I can't justify his contract anymore.
Not at all.
And even though his bat's been coming.
Yeah, he's been doing decent.
So like, who knows?
And it helps that he's hitting lower in the order now. So
there's less pressure on him.
Bottom of the order now, all of a sudden doesn't look.
But
so
his
bad.
money and Bauer's money could go straight. Like not all of it because there's no way in hell we're paying him $30 million.
No.
Like, but we could flip him for like Kipnis. Here's Kipnis contract. See if we get $14 million a year for 3 years. Give him a $40 million contract.
Yeah, let's just hope he keeps. I mean, from all accounts, he loves it here, and let's hope we can make a deep run in the playoffs and maybe entice him to come back for some unfinished business.
Because he's already won a World Series, right, with the Dodgers, didn't he?
I can't remember if he did or
As a
not.
Dodger, I swear he did. If not, he's been close. He's tasted it, and he knows he's like.
Well, that's why he was so excited to come here because he knows there's a chance to get back there.
Yeah, so I'm sure he'll resign here. Like, I don't see him saying no, unless we lowball him and just disrespect him, which the Dolans could fucking very well do. I mean,
he sees the young talent we have that it's only going to get better.
Don't get me wrong, I'm kind of for trading Franmil Reyes. See what we can get for him.
Dude, he's played 3 weeks.
So is Puig, and Puig is not going to show the ball.
Puig's a veteran.
You're all professionals.
I'm just glad you're not Indians GM. That's all I got to say.
No, but you could probably get a lot for Reyes next year, around off season.
You could, but you're not going to trade a guy who's under control for 5 years.
You could probably trade a guy under control for a couple of years too with him. Like
I know, but I don't think it's going to happen.
We gotta stop playing these what if games. Like we literally need to start getting people that are producing, and stop. Like I mean, if he doesn't do shit the rest of the season, he has to go down.
He'll be in the lineup next year, opening day. I'm just telling you, he was the piece in that deal. That's the guy they targeted. They could have had Hunter Renfroe. They wanted Mitt Reyes, which Renfroe is not doing much better. I mean, they both strike out. They both strike out a ton.
The only reason they took Reyes over
younger.
Renfroe is because they have.
I think Renfroe is like 27.
But they have control over Reyes for a lot longer.
Right, but they're pretty much the same player. Renfroe is a little better outfielder. He can play the outfield.
He's a lot better outfielder.
Reyes is not a good. I think they're going to work with him at first base next year.
I don't know. I thought they were going to keep him as a complete DH.
No, they might, and maybe until Santana's contract's up, maybe.
He signed Santana for You have him for.
Well,
We traded for him, so
we traded for his contract he signed with Philly. I can't remember how many years it was for. I think he's got a couple more years left.
two. I think 2 after this. I think it was 3.
Yeah.
We had him for 3, if I'm not mistaken.
And
Don't quote me.
I was listening. One of the Indians reporters was talking about Santana and his time in Philly, and he obviously took more money. He was kind of taken back by the lowball offer the Indians made to him, and he did not want to leave. This is where he wanted to be, but ultimately, went for the money, which was significantly more than what we offered. And I guess he
paying it anyways now.
He totally regretted it, and he never fit in Philly and was just miserable the entire season, which is part of the reason why he had such a bad year with them. And then just was rejuvenated when he was traded back here.
And we're paying his what we
So we're paying it anyways. The money we didn't want to give him.
So we could have signed him for the same price and not lost.
But the only
pieces.
difference is we got rid of Encarnacion's contract, which kind of helped offset it.
Yeah, but Encarnacion was hitting pretty well for us.
Yeah, you see, he broke his wrist
That sucks.
with the Yankees. So yeah, I don't know how long he's out, but it was his right wrist.
Did they bring what's his name back up there?
I don't think so.
Who they stick with who they had?
Yeah, they got a young.
Because their whole outfit, Encarnacion plays first, but
yeah, they have a younger first baseman. I can't remember his name. Voigt, I think. But speaking of pitchers on the comeback trail, we're talking about Carrasco. Kluber pitched his second rehab start for Akron last night. Went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 6. So he's going to start Sunday for Columbus, and if he has no setbacks, he'll start next Friday at home against the Royals. His first start.
So now answer me this question: with Bieber and Clevenger carrying the 1-2 spot,
yeah.
and taking us through the dark, because we had a bad stretch, after Kluber got hurt. Kluber was garbage in the beginning too. He had a 5-something ERA.
Yep.
With Kluber and Bieber and Clevenger put the innings on their back and push them through the clouds and get into this 25 games above 500. Tie it for the back in the first place. Kluber comes back. Does he get the number 1 starting spot?
I would start either Bieber or Clevenger. I'd be okay with either one. I think they both of them deserve.
So if you rank your top 5, if you not your rank but order, there's no rank because that's too premature. But if you set your 5 game playoff, let's not say playoff. Let's just say your 5-game rotation, 5-man rotation.
Well, they've used 4 in the playoffs.
Well, no, I'm saying now, but we're not in the regular season. You have a 5-man.
Yeah. Also, who we go with? Once Kluber got back.
Once Kluber comes back, because you have Clevenger, Bieber, Kluber, Plutko, and then you can either have Plesac or
I would have Plesac and Savali and put Plutko in the bullpen.
Okay, so fine, those 5. So then now put that in order of how. So
I honestly,
who's your number 1? Who's
I think Bieber and Clevenger are 1 and 1A, but I'll say Bieber, Clevenger, Kluber.
So you would put Kluber as a Game 3 starter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get. So if you have a 5-game series against the Yankees, Game 3 starters.
Just
Kluber.
for the simple fact that he's missed all this time, and before he got hurt, he wasn't exactly pitching that well.
I just didn't know because however, when I through the fans, some callers and one of the radio hosts says he's the only side. He's like, name person with Cy Young, stand up. Oh, Kluber. So plus he's like veteran status. His Cy Young. He is Kluber. It's Kluber.
I guess it all depends on how he does when he comes back.
I still think he. I get it. He's he was the guy, but he's not the one that took this team to where it is right now. It wasn't him and Bauer. It's been Bieber and Clevenger. Yeah. And the other 3 pieces that rotated had great games, here and there, that hold it all up and bring it back. Yeah. So I don't think we should reward Kluber for coming back off the DL, and boom, here, then push other ones down. That's not cool. I think 3. Yes, he's better than Savalier, Plutko, and Plesac. Yeah, so start out better with those 3. But then you pick, like you said, Plesac and Savalier. I'd put Plutko. I like Plutko, but I don't think he should go.
But where would they be without? These young guys.
That's what I'm saying. Kluber has to understand. He hasn't done nothing to help this team since when? Well, nothing this year. Period. He was garbage.
It was. His ERA is almost 5.
It was Bieber, Bauer, and Clevenger in the
Right.
beginning, and now it's been Bieber, Clevenger, and like.
Well, that's the good thing too is he'll be fresh because he's missed all this time, and same with Clevenger. He missed 2.5 months, so
Yeah,
those guys
they have
won't have
less
the wear and
innings.
tear.
Yes,
Right.
they have less innings. Yes, they're gonna go into the playoffs with.
I am a little concerned about Bieber being his first full season and all the complete games he's pitched, kind of hitting the wall.
Well, that's why he pulled him out in 6 this year.
Yeah,
tonight.
I wouldn't. I'd limit his innings the rest of the way.
I wouldn't let him. I may even give him a day off and
Yeah.
though.
Well, yeah. Once Kluber comes back, you could give him a day off in the rotation.
Yeah.
Because you'll have.
So he'll get like a 9-day break,
Right.
which would be great.
Yeah, that would be smart in my opinion.
Like every 3 starts, so start, 9-day break, start,
And
9-day
limit
break.
him to 6-7 innings. Now, depending on the game, unless it's a competitive.
And that's all. It's pitch count too. I mean, if he goes in the 6th inning and he has 50 pitches because he's
then fine.
he's striking them out and he's grounding them out, then let him go.
Right.
But if he's entering the 6th inning with 80, 85 pitches, 70, 85 pitches,
Right.
then you want to start like, okay, you know what? Let's see if there's a batter that you need him to face, and then you could pull him. Then we could do that. But don't make it all depends on pitch count
Yeah.
at this point. But I don't know, with our bats like only 1 or 2 bats have been alive in this Boston series, and
Yeah. Bruno Perez is really struggling right now.
Perez
he's
is
down about
struggling.
220.
Mercado's struggling.
Yeah,
like
he's struggling. He's a rookie, so that's.
Well, yeah,
expected.
but,
he's
like,
gonna have
he-
ups and downs.
I'm saying, we're used to like they've been producing like last month.
Right.
Mercado and Perez were just batting for the month like 300. So we're getting all that production out of them, and now they lose it. We're starting to see it. We're not putting up.
Even Ramirez has cooled off a little bit as well.
And for us, I don't think if we didn't have Puig, we wouldn't have won those Minnesota Twins series. So
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, because Lindor didn't hit that well in the Minnesota series either.
it was him. It was Puig and Santana,
Pretty much.
and Naquin batted pretty well. Like
Yeah.
Naquin's been consistent the whole year.
Right.
I don't know why he's not further up in the lineup. He's always on 9. I
Yeah.
get you want someone that can hit, but like, move him up, dude. He's batting close
Right.
to 280, 290.
He hit second the other day when they gave Mercado the day off. They hit him second.
And I think he still went 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 with a walk. So 1 for 3.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, dude's getting on base like
Right.
no other. Give him more. Move him. Switch him and Kipnis. Why is Kipnis batting 7th?
Right.
Like put Naquin 6th or 7th. Because then you got to pitch. You got to pitch to Santana. You got to pitch to Puig. You got to pitch to Ramirez. You got to pitch to Reyes, and you got to pitch Naquin. There's no pitching around these guys. I mean, you have 5 straight guys in the middle of your lineup.
Well, thankfully we got some help from the Brewers today. They came back after last night.
Yeah, so it's like a wash. We're still half a game up.
We're half game behind.
They said we were up.
No, we're behind a half game. Because Milwaukee was when they blew it. Their closer blew it last night, so they lost. Then they went up a half yesterday,
Okay.
and then we both lost today. So we're still half up. But like I said, their schedule is much easier than ours the rest of the way.
Who are they playing though?
A lot of I think like Kansas City, Detroit, a lot of the lower tier teams, maybe Baltimore,
They got Texas
Texas.
the next
Yeah, they're
4 games, and then they got the White Sox for
they
three.
play Texas and the White Sox while we play the 2
Texas,
New
White
York
Sox,
teams.
Tigers, White Sox, Tigers,
That's what I mean.
and then they go Boston, Cleveland, Nationals, Cleveland.
Yeah, the head-to-head, these last 6 games are going to be big. Cause
They play nobody.
Yeah,
Kansas City, Detroit.
they're
White Sox.
going to have a lead on us going into those 6 games.
I
Hopefully.
mean, the Texas played us pretty hard. Like Texas could
yeah,
play them
I mean,
hard.
they hung around in the wild card hunt.
The
for a
Texas could come back. I mean, and they could.
while. And actually, the White Sox aren't as terrible as they have been in the past. But the
White Sox, I mean,
Tigers
they're-
are garbage.
Yeah. But we need some help.
Yeah, we do. Let me hit the sponsors up real quick. We've got Detroit Auto Parts. They're the main sponsor of Redline Radio. 2 convenient locations in Cleveland. On the east side, you can reach them at 216-531-7373, and on the west side at 216-398-7373. Mention Redline and get 10% off your purchase. Wiggins Construction, For all your home improvement needs, call William at 440-731-4654. Graver Machine Tool, the hotline sponsor at Redline. Call them today for all your powder coating machining needs at 440-322-3685. Lubrication Supply, in the field or on the track, let them put you in the winner's circle. Call Kevin or Jim at 330-813-2305. Always Green Landscaping, for all your landscaping needs, call Sean Martyr at 330-487-0582. Cater Printing, for all your quality screen printing needs, everything from basic polos and t-shirts to high performance products and corporate apparel. You can reach them on their website at www.caterprinting.com. And we have Honor Fighting Championship. Their big event, Fight Night at Nautica 2, is next Saturday at Nautica Pavilion in Cleveland. Still a limited amount of tickets left. Go online at www.honorfightingchampionship.com and get yours before they're gone. And we've got K&N Towing out of Cleveland. You can reach James or Tom at 216-252-2229. And 440 Rides, local transportation and ride service serving Lorraine County. They offer rides for everything from airports, work, and doctor appointments to fun nights out with friends. Reach them at 440-877-RIDE. And mention Redline and get 10% off your purchase or your ride to whatever fee.
How's that go again?
Yeah. And then our sponsor here at the Land Sports Podcast, Wagner Landscaping, out of Streetsboro. You can contact Michelle at 330-524-5415. All right, so Browns have preseason game number 2 coming up this Saturday against the Colts. They've been practicing the last couple of days in Indianapolis against the Colts in the joint practice. Surprise, surprise, Andrew Luck's hurt again.
Yeah, I saw that. Some kind of ankle condition.
Yeah, they called it a bone condition. I guess it's like around his like lower ankle area.
That dude's so fragile.
So he is out for at least the preseason.
So okay, so with Andrew Luck being out, do you still start Baker? Because this is what
they're going to have to give him some time. It's either going to be this game or the third. Because the fourth game they never play starters.
Because I'm worried. This is what I'm worried about. So I really don't care because
I might do one series again.
Because what happens if we bring out Baker and the Colts get kind of like butthurt, you know, because they're started, so we're starting our starter, but you know theirs is not starting.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they get a little touchy, you know,
well,
and then some shit happens, you know, because someone touches Baker, you know damn well there's gonna be retaliation with the rest of the.
They might let them know ahead of time, like they did with Washington. They came out with the 2-minute offense. They told Washington ahead of time, hey, this is what we're gonna do. We want to practice 2-minute offense for the first drive, so you know this is how we're gonna come out. So they knew what to expect, which they still couldn't stop it anyways, but. I actually like that. I like the up-tempo offense. I guess from what I heard, they're going to use that quite a bit this year. It fits.
Well,
fits Baker. Yeah, it fits Baker perfect.
Here are the pieces. I mean, you have Chubb that can.
Yeah, Chubb looked good. He had a couple really nice runs. I was kind of disappointed that Kareem Hunt didn't play, but hopefully he'll get in this
Duke's
week.
gone. That happened after the show too.
Yeah. Yeah,
we were talking about that. For
what will amount to be a third-round pick unless he gets hurt, because he just has to be active for 10 games.
Active or starting?
Active. Like on the active 53-man roster for the game.
So
unless he's injured.
How pissed would you be if they're like, 9 games?
Yeah, I would be pissed, but
I don't
think they'll do that, though. What happened there is Houston has no GM right now, so Bill O'Brien is the acting GM as well as coach, and that's what everybody said, that John Dorsey kind of took advantage of that, of his inexperience, to get that third-round pick out of him, because that's the highest compensation
for running back
since
Trent
Richardson. Yeah. So I mean, they got a lot of praise from around the league for getting a third-round pick for him.
Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna get something that high. Well,
no, I didn't. I thought 4th at best. Well,
that's what they got it for.
Yeah, but
I mean, who knows? He could get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets hurt,
that line,
even a 4th. I mean,
that line in Houston isn't that strong yet. I mean, it's getting better. It's a lot better than, but that's why Watson got hurt and was out. That line was garbage.
Right.
I mean, but ask Lamar Miller, like.
Yeah, and then we signed our left tackle.
Depth.
I know.
Depth.
Hopefully, we won't have to see him much.
Well, He did start like 13 games though, so I mean.
But I forget what I was going to say. Oh, they needed to trade him. I mean, I think he was going to be a problem in the locker room.
I've been saying that since we signed Kareem Hunt, and he said, "I was like, you gotta go. He's gonna cause issues in the locker room.
Yeah.
He wants out. If he wants out, he's not gonna want to be there. He's not gonna want to be there.
Right.
It's gonna rub off. It's gonna cause that running back's gonna be miserable. The locker room miserable. It's gonna be contagious." I've been calling that for day one. Like you were like, I didn't think they were gonna trade him. We didn't think he was gonna get it. We were gonna get enough to trade him.
I didn't think they would until the deadline, right? Before Hunt comes back.
I knew he needed to be gone, but I didn't think he was actually gonna go until later in the season because.
I think they're confident in Hilliard, even though he's got to hang out of the ball, like fumbled at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
That wasn't good, but otherwise he played pretty well.
Yeah. He looked okay.
He caught a couple nice passes out of the backfield, which is good to see, because obviously that was Duke's specialty. So.
Yeah. But that was Duke. Duke did that because you guys didn't have much receivers at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you have
you don't
bona fide
need
receivers.
them in the receiving game now.
You have bona fide receivers in Beckham, Landry, even Higgins. Dude, Higgins looked great in that opening drive.
Right.
And
He's gonna have a big year, especially with this.
Really?
The other two guys all the attention's gonna be on Beckham and Landry.
Yeah, but Beckham is one of the best 50-50 ball grabbers in NFL. Like, so he's a thumb up, get it kind of guy. Like, so
I think
Landry's the same way. Like Landry's.
They're gonna use a lot of 4 receiver sets, and our Antonio Callaway was gonna be that 4th guy, but won't be for the first 4 games.
Yeah, but I don't like. I think Higgins is gonna be a good third target guy. He's not gonna put up like I wouldn't go out and draft him. And
he's playing for a contract too.
I understand he's playing for a contract, but he's in a team. He's playing for touches on a very receiver heavy team. All right, like you're the third option in. The third option, but then you have when the Kareem Hunt comes back and Nick Chubb. I don't even know if you're a third option.
Well, you got Njoku too. So
yeah, but I'd go Higgins. Like Njoku scares me. He doesn't hold on to the ball out. Like
he makes the impossible catches and drops the easy ones.
Yes, exactly. He'll go up in the end zone, and grab one over two corners and a safety. And he'll be like, "What the shit?" And then he'll catch. He'll be 20 yards from a single person. He'll be like,
"Yeah."
And you're like, "What the hell?" Like, so I don't trust Njoku yet. Like, don't get he's raw and he has so much potential because
he's got the skills to be.
He's so athletically. He's a
top
freak. He can be, but he just needs to learn to catch. I don't know, like. Stick him. I don't fucking care if it's illegal. I chew a bunch of bubble gum and put that shit in your hand. Like, I don't know why you can't catch footballs. But I don't even think he's going to be a 4th option. Like, when Kareem left, like... I just think he's Higgins is in a bad situation. Good for us, it's a plethora of riches. But for him to shine and earn a good, solid contract based off production...
To be honest, I was shocked when we put the 3rd round tender on him that no other team bid on that.
Nobody likes to go after Browns players. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, we've never had players we've had a left tackle who's been an all-pro, but he never left. We've had Hayden, and then when, he got old, we let him go. I mean, we've only had a few solid players that the NFL teams would want.
So I seen a question I'll ask you. Somebody asked, I think it was on Twitter, if you could go back the last 5 years and pick one Browns player that you wish was still on the team right now, who would it be?
Joe Thomas.
Yeah, that was my pick too.
Because I'm afraid for your left tackle position.
Yeah, I'm okay with Greg Robinson. He gave up one
sack. Since when? Like you were a whore. You did not like him last year at all. Like
I liked him last year.
When we started this podcast, when we were talking the draft, you were like You wanted Corbett to be your left tackle.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because I was like, we need a draft. I'm like, I like Corbett. I was like, no, you need a draft later. You were not a fan of that.
He gave up one sack in 8 games. And, Baker's the one that went to management and said, hey, we got to re-sign this guy. I love this guy. I want him protecting me. So he believes in him.
Yeah.
And then the dude was a 2nd pick in the draft. Could be a late bloomer.
I know he's a 2nd pick. But I don't think there's anybody else the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's really the only one I can think of.
Because 5 years. If you go back in franchise history.
When did Phil Dawson leave?
6-7 years ago. Like he played for.
It's beyond 5 years.
Maybe even longer than that.
Because
Like,
he might be my pick.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish
I'm
they,
surprised
wish they
they,
could talk
I'm
him into one
surprised they
more
didn't
year.
try to talk him into
They
playing.
still might. Who knows?
Bring him out of retirement.
The way the rest, we'll see how the rest of the preseason goes with these two idiots. But
I mean, yeah, I don't see. Maybe, you know what? Maybe Alex Mack
yeah,
or
Treader's been pretty decent.
or who's the guy with the Kansas City, the right guard?
Oh, Schwartz, Mitchell Schwartz.
Yeah, Schwartz.
Yeah, that was the one I was pissed when we let him go.
It's always
I was
offensive
pissed
linemen,
about.
like no role player. We never have no role players or not
Right.
role players, but what's it, position player? What are they? Skill player. Skill position players. So they won't come back. I mean, because can you think of one running back in the last 10 years that we won't have?
No, we've had some pretty bad running backs. Our running game has been shit for a long time until last year.
No receivers really in the last 10 years either.
No.
Like besides, you can't start. I'm talking about like not last year or this year. Like but so. Other than like Braylon Edwards when he got drafted the first couple years, was
Yeah,
pretty
he had
good.
the one good year with what's his name, Derek Anderson.
Yeah.
They went 10-6.
Yeah. Other than that, like.
No, Kevin Johnson back in the day. That's probably
Yeah.
the best receiver we've had till now since we came back in '99.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, your most like your good player was a kicker and offensive lineman. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
it,
shit.
was bad for a long time. It's gonna
No
be
corners, no edge rushers.
such a breath of fresh air.
Miles Garrett's been your best edge rusher probably in the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, easily.
Like, I don't even think there's been another
No.
solid. I mean, there's some that had like a flash here,
Yeah.
like flash in the pans, but
Right.
no, nothing consistent. God, you
That's been
guys
bad.
have been void of talent for us. So I never
It's
really
been-
dug into deep and
Though they've drafted so bad for such a long time.
Yeah, dude, that fucking Gilbert Manziel draft. I'm
Oh,
surprised
my
that
God.
didn't.
That's
like-
one of the worst of all time.
I'm surprised Cleveland is where it is right now after that draft. Like
Yeah.
that was so bad. Like you missed on like. How do you miss on both of them? Like that's like when was Manziel drafted? 2014.
Yeah, I think so.
Manziel, hold on.
I tried to put him out of my memory. I just seen him doing some kind of commercial.
Auto insurance horses, yeah,
auto
yeah,
insurance.
yep.
Nice, he found a new gig.
Yeah, 2014 draft. Yep, I was right. 14 draft.
Yeah.
So if we look at, this is how bad that draft was. So like when you look at the 2014 draft,
I'm sure our other picks beyond those two probably weren't that great either.
I think your second round pick wasn't that bad, but I can't remember. Let's go here. Player selections. Here we go. So Cleveland Browns at 8 took Justin Gilbert. So you can't take anything before that. You can't like Khalil Mack, Jake Matthews, Mike Evans. Those all went like 5, 6, and 7.
And Odell Beckham went 12.
Yeah. So Anthony Barr, Eric Ebron, Taylor Lewan, Aaron Donald, Kyle Fuller, Ryan Shazier, C.J. Moses, Zach Martin,
Yeah, all players you definitely want to have over him.
Clinton Dix, Brandon Cooks, Calvin D. Ford. You took Johnny Manziel 22.
22.
D. Ford is after that. Jason Verrett, Kelvin Benjamin, Teddy Bridgewater. So Joe Bitonio, you took number 2, first pick in the second round. He's okay. But then Derek Carr still there. You know, you missed on Teddy Bridgewater, Derek Carr, DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean,
You got Christian Kirksey in the 3rd round, so that's not bad.
that fucking draft pisses me off right there. Bishop fucking Sankey.
Yeah, so Bitonio and Kirksey, pretty much are the only two. Yeah, Pierre Desir in the 4th round.
Kirksey wasn't bad.
No, I think I can't remember who he's with now, but he's actually a pretty decent player. He was from a small school.
Who?
Pierre Desir. Who's he with now?
Did he go to Pittsburgh?
No, he was just a
What round did you take him in?
4th.
The Colts.
Okay. Oh, so yeah, we'll see him Saturday. Yeah, so Bitonio and Kirksey came out of that draft, so that's not bad. But the first two picks,
Yeah,
were
like
just
you could literally,
atrocious.
can you imagine like if you went like, I mean, Aaron Donald,
Yeah,
Odell Beckham, like
it makes you sick looking
it,
back.
it does, like it really
like
does.
even
Like
going
any,
all the way
like-
out, going all the way to like 2015, 16, and then back
So,
before 2015.
this is what, so you guys can't see it, but there's a gold thing designates Pro Bowler. So after, so this is what I want to show you. From pick 5 to pick 17, only one player doesn't make the Pro Bowl. That's Justin Gilbert at 8. Everybody else makes the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Mack, Matthews, Evans, Barr, Ebron, Taylor Lewan, Odell Beckham, Aaron Donald, Fuller, Shazier, Zach Martin, C.J. Mosley. All make a Pro Bowl. They're all Pro Bowl players, and you guys could have had any single one of those players from from Anthony Barr to Mosley. Like those are Mosley, Barr, Lewan. Can you imagine drafting Taylor Lewan and then Joe Thomas, gone, and then you have your back Taylor Lewan playing right tackle, then boom,
Yeah.
you're not missing a step. Like,
Well, look at 2016, Corey Coleman, 15th. Carl Nassib, is decent, I guess. Cody
you don't
Kessler.
even have him no more.
Cody Kessler in the 3rd round. Emmanuel Ogba. No, we don't have any of these guys. Ogba,
Yeah.
Nassib, Sean Coleman, Cody Kessler. We got Schobert in the 4th round. Ricardo Lewis. Seth DeValve's still here. Rashard Higgins in the 5th round. Hollywood.
And he's gonna suffer because he's literally on a stacked deck. Which, I mean, like I said, sucks for him. Great for Cleveland, but
2015, Danny Shelton, who's now with the Patriots.
he wasn't a huge bust. I just think
Here's the funny one, Cam Irving, who's now part of a solid line in Kansas City. Really blossomed once we traded him there.
yeah.
Nate Orchard, Duke Johnson, Xavier Cooper, Ibrahim Campbell, Vince Maley.
You know who I was surprised it didn't make it? It was who there was that linebacker out of
Scooby Wright. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just about to mention
Scooby
that.
Wright.
Yeah,
Like he was like a stud in college. Like
he was.
I don't understand why he didn't make it. Like what happened? Like how he couldn't.
7th round pick.
Yeah, like I don't know how he fell that far. I was like
I was pumped when we
fourth,
picked him.
fifth, the 4th, 5th, 6th round. I was like, dude, take him. We need a linebacker. I was like, one Tennessee, take him. He kept falling. I was like, why the fuck aren't you taking this guy?
It's like, holy shit, it's a 7th round pick. I actually know who he is.
I was like, this is next Tom Brady. I was like, it's gonna fucking happen. And then Brown take him. Then he.
Yeah, I know he
he
played for the
flickers out. I
Cardinals.
was
He
like,
went to
what?
the Cardinals after the Browns, but I think
Yeah, he
he's
flickered.
probably-
Like I don't understand what happened. Like why he couldn't train. Like I don't understand how he couldn't transition from it. But it's whatever. I get. It just blows my mind how like.
So how about Mac Wilson last week? 2 interceptions.
I told you.
Kicked off our
When we watched
Ohio
that
State
dra-
boy.
When we watched that draft, and you're like, who? 'Cause I was
I
like,
knew who he was, but he just
I-
he didn't have a great year at Alabama. He
I
wasn't
was like,
one
watch,
of the
this
big
dude's
names.
gonna be a fucking beast.
Well, like I said, they said his game may translate better to the NFL than it did to college.
I know these things. I know these things. I need to be.
It wouldn't
I
surprise
need.
me if he wins a starting job.
I need to work for the an NFL team as just like a scout, like just.
Between
because-
I like both. I like Taki too. He likes to hit.
I don't want Taki because that's just too much to say, and I'm not ready for that jersey.
He's a player though.
That's fine. I'm not ready for that jersey.
If I was Joe Schobert, I'd be looking over my shoulder.
If I was Joe Schobert, I'd be like, I want to trade.
This is last year, I believe, for his contract this year.
And see, that's what it's surprising how the NFL doesn't do this. But like the last year of the contract, and if you don't want to resign them, I don't trade players.
Yeah, you don't see it.
You
in
don't
the
see
NFL.
that. Like in MLB,
You see in MLB and NBA.
yeah, a little bit of NBA, yeah. But more in MLB, it's more happens in MLB. Like they'll trade,
Right.
like Puig is a prime
Yeah,
example.
rental players for contenders. You
Yes.
see it every year.
Like
Yeah,
Schobert could literally be like a contender a piece. Oh man, we got an injury. Boom, trade for him, 4th round pick, because you're not gonna get anything higher than that for him.
No.
I'm sorry, like he's great here, he's good, but
I know he was a Pro
he's
Bowler.
not
and
a-
he plays hard, but he misses.
he's not a Ray
lot of
Lewis
tackles.
type linebacker. He's not a game changer.
And he's not good in coverage.
He's gonna be a solid fill-in depth place, and you.
That's
get-
why I love Mac Wilson now, because that is big issue we've had for so many years is
coverage
on tight ends,
Yes.
linebackers getting burned repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a.
Well, I don't know why they never like Cleveland's never like gone to that like. It's like I don't know what nickel is. Is it a 3-3-5? I think a 3-3-5. You know, 3 down, 3 linebackers, and 5
DBs.
One of them on the corner. I mean, a corner or a safety on your tight end. It locks your shit down. I mean, you still have 6 on 5 in the run game, and then you have I mean, that 3-3-5 nickel is it's like. Yeah, you can run on it because, you know, you got 3 rushing, 5, but then your linebacker, so you still have 1 free roaming. Yeah. But, like, you get long, I get it, but...
Yeah, so the 2 rookie linebackers look good. There was the miscommunication in the first quarter when Washington scored their first touchdown between... Greedy Williams was in coverage, and he dropped off because he thought the safety was in coverage, Sheldrick Redwine, and Redwine... thought Greedy Williams was staying on him, and the guy was wide open for. So.
Greedy had an interception too.
Yeah, he did. So that I don't know who it was, but I mean it was just 2 rookies. You want to see him make that mistake in preseason.
One of Max was a pick 6. Like,
yep.
One of Mac Wilson's like,
yeah.
Your guys is like if Denzel working stop getting his head rattled, you know.
Yeah, if he can stay away from the concussions.
Yeah, because I think he's like 42 or somewhere right now.
Yeah.
So it's like
in 1 year. Yeah.
It's up there. Like this motherfucker is about to die, but like he's like 3, I think, 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
And if he can stay healthy on the field, and him and Greedy playing 1-2.
Yeah, they could be.
And then Mitchell playing your slots.
Yeah, those 3 could be.
And then you have your
trio for a long time.
Yeah.
They're all young.
All you need, like to be honest with you, the Browns still just need. I think that they need better linebacker depth. Like you got Mac Wilson as just start. And Kirksey is still there, but after that, Taki's good. He's not Max Wilson.
Well, your starting weak side linebacker is Ray Armstrong right now.
Yeah. What happened to what's his name?
Jannard Avery.
Yeah.
They moved him to. They're going to use him more as an edge rusher.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked him. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He showed some flashes too.
Yeah, he's good.
But you still need to draft that thumper. You don't have that thumper yet. Like.
Yeah,
Schobert's your thumper, but
I'm sure that's what they'll be looking at next year with.
And I don't even know if there's any good ones coming. I'd rather find like if there's a solid one coming in free agency. Like, can you imagine if they were able to sign C.J. Mosley and then have drafted?
That was the guy I really wanted.
Drafted, and you still had Max Wilson drafted. Like,
yeah.
Your linebacker would be solid. Like, I don't think you'd have a single position besides maybe tight end that you don't have a true starter in there.
Yeah, I thought they thought that they were going to be able to sign him, and then he picked the Jets. Jets offered a little bit more.
Yeah, well, the Jets lost out on Anthony Barr too. Like,
yeah, he agreed with him and then backed out.
Yeah, verbally agreed, which is
verbally, yeah.
Gentleman's handshake or whatever.
Carlos Boozer.
I don't blame him. I if I can get the same amount of money and stay where I'm at. Why not? Why pick up and move your family or whatever?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I understand. Like, unless you were struggling and you need to change the scenery, but he's not struggling. He's a solid player there. He produces great there. Yeah. Like, I really wanted Anthony Barr when he was drafting. There have been so many players the Titans I needed, but they fucking...
Now, we talked about before the show the big feel-good story. Sheehy Giuseppe returned the 86-yard punt for a touchdown.
He may make the team.
Dude,
he may make
fast.
the team.
Well, what a story! I mean, did you see the whole team left the
Oh
sidelines
yeah,
and just piled on?
I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, but they wouldn't. A lot of that in the regular season, obviously, but even Freddie Kitchens was running down there with a big smile on his face. So I mean, yeah, everybody's rooting for.
That's because every single position in that game has scored: offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah,
he was happy that on all 3 levels, they're producing points.
Yeah.
So of course I'm not fast when you run down there.
Well, he's got a shot to make the team now. At least the first 4 games with Callaway being out, because they're going to keep 6 receivers. So,
we got Beckham, Jarvis, Higgins, Callaway. Who are your other 2?
Derek Willis has pretty much solidified his spot. So the last spot was supposed to be between Jalen Strong, Dorian Baker, and Ish Hyman. And Damian Ratley, who's been injured.
I still think you go Jalen Strong.
I would too. You need, like I was saying,
because all of our
the
receivers,
first 4 guys are all kind of on the short side.
6'1" ish.
And then Derek Willis, I think, is 6'4" and Strong 6'3", so I would keep.
And they're big, and they're not super quick, but they're those guys you're gonna put in like a.
They're the big, strong receivers.
The ones you're gonna in the end zone, yeah.
Jump balls.
And I wrote an article for the Atlanta Sports website about how I think Jalen Strong would be a perfect piece for Cleveland because they haven't had that big jump ball. Like, even though Odell Beckham's a jump ball guy, he doesn't have that muscle. He's not 225 with the 6'5", 225, 6'4". But like Giuseppe might be able to get put on the practice squad and picked up on their team. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he had his chance to shine and show, and so.
Yeah, well, everybody's starting to learn who he is now. That story's gotten around with him sneaking into the tryout.
Yeah, but that's also some fraud shit right there. So like, I mean, it could be a plus and more or minus depending on how that management team wants to look at it.
The thing I love too, and the thing Freddie Kitchens loves, they said that kid is
his heart.
He's there 2 hours before every practice, working on his own, and
has to.
He's the last one to leave every day.
He has to show this. He has to. He doesn't have the luxury to like just leave because he hasn't been on a team yet.
They showed video of him after it was leaving practice, or maybe it was after the game, like out at night in the middle of the street wherever he lives, with cones set up, like running like through cones and stuff. I mean, he's just constant worker.
He needs to he literally needs to be sharp because he's playing against seasoned pros. Like
I think at this point, the Browns fans have kind of fallen in love with him. I think they're going to be very upset if he gets cut.
It's the same thing with last year with that one hippie-looking white dude.
Oh, Cajuste.
Yeah,
that got kind of old towards the end of Hard Knocks. With all
the whole fucking rock
his
shit.
Rocks and his dad fucking whistling.
Dude, his
communicating from the upper deck.
I wanted to punch his dad. Like, his dad, the whole dude was, like, annoying as shit.
Yeah, I mean, and in the beginning it was like, I want to see this guy succeed, but as it went on, I'm
he didn't even make it down
like,
the
alright,
roster, period.
This is getting annoying.
And that's why, like,
it's because he couldn't block.
Yeah.
He was awful in the preseason games.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't think he'd make the team. It sucks. He's such a feel-good story, but, like...
Yeah. Well, like I said, he might have a shot with take Callaway's spot for the first 4 games, then they'll have to make a decision from there.
Well, no, because Callaway's supposed to be on the 15-man roster.
I don't think so. I think if you're suspended, you can keep another guy in that spot.
Sure?
Yeah. It goes because it's a...
Because in MLB, you can't.
It's a suspended list for NFL.
Because we couldn't bring somebody up for week suspension in MLB. I thought it was the same.
I don't know. It's not for NFL. There's a suspension list. So he'll go on the suspended list for 4 games, and then they'll have to activate him week 5 and make a roster move to make room for him on the 53.
So maybe.
So yeah, that's one thing to watch.
Or not. Or what if it's strong and like they still want to see between these two people? Like literally, that's like an extra 4 preseason trial games.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to like literally get above Strong, Willie, some other guys. I think.
They let him return punts the whole preseason.
If he's averaging
he
20 yards, 25 yards of punt return,
you gotta keep him.
You're keeping him out for special teams, not a receiver. Like he's gonna be your 6th receiver. He's your punt returner.
Yeah, that's a weapon.
You have to and then I still think Strong comes over Willie. I think
it's gonna be interesting because Willie's before he got hurt last year, he played that one game, made like 2 or 3 really nice catches and was shining, and then I think he broke his ankle or leg or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I tell you who else I was impressed with was Mr. AAF Garrett Gilbert.
Oh yeah,
the quarterback. Yeah, he
had 104 passer rating or something like that.
Yeah, he could end up beating out Stanton. Was terrible.
Well, it's fine. Stanton's still gonna be the 3, but Stanton's gonna be there for veteran leadership and
right.
And Stanton, I don't think Stanton even cares anymore about starting.
Yeah,
you get to a point you're just like.
Actually, the rook that came in and did pretty good too, the David Blow from
but Cleveland's
Purdue.
not going to keep 2 rookies.
I mean, they may keep him on the practice squad, but Garrett Gilbert and Stan are the 2 backups.
Well, I'm gonna say Stan and Baker are the 2 solid people in that corner room. It could go between the AF guy and the other rookie or whatever. Yeah. They could battle for 3, but
I think Gilbert's easily going to win the 3rd spot.
That's fine. Well, yeah, but you're not losing Stan. Stan is literally there. Because he's experienced, and he can. If Baker doesn't know something, or he's like I never seen it before. Stanton can teach you how to spot that. A rookie's not gonna be able to do that. Like, I don't fucking know either. Google.
It's just
You gonna Google it?
it's funny that we signed the 2 top offensive players from the AAF. They said Garrett Gilbert would have been the league MVP,
if it didn't go under.
and then Dearness Johnson was the leading rusher at the time.
I remember we were so excited about the AAF. Dude. We're like,
yeah. I mean, the first week I watched, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool, and then
there was no offense. Like, it was god awful. There's like
Yeah.
interception. Like, I was like, dude, there's no quarterback play.
yeah,
in
there
this
was the
league.
one
Quarterback play was so garbage.
yeah the one game both teams were terrible. I think it was like 12-9 was the final
Dude, yeah,
score.
me and Troy watched the game. I was like, wow.
Well, let's see what the XFL brings.
This guy, I think it's gonna be just as bad.
I mean, they folded after 1 year.
I don't see it. There's not a market for amateur football.
No.
There's just not. It's not. There's no like, because if you think about it, in the MLB and the NBA, how many games are of the, AAA, AA, and D League do you actually see on TV?
Yeah, they show.
You don't really have there's not really a strong following for those.
No, they show maybe 20 G League games a year on ESPN.
Maybe
if that.
But the only reason that the AA and AAA are so like it's because the NBA teams are like putting into it, like
Right.
they're legit like putting money in there. There's no room for amateur football. Like that's what the CFL is.
Yeah,
It's pretty much
too
just-
many have tried and failed.
I just don't see like. Unless Vince McMahon is going to keep throwing money in it to keep it afloat, and tell us
he's
something.
got the money to keep.
Yeah,
it going,
but
so.
tell something happens. But you're just the only sports that really have a solid minor league is MLB and NBA.
Yeah.
And it's because they're not trying to compete
Right.
with their big brother.
No.
They're just there to
Develop.
develop the big brother's talents.
Yeah.
And that's what if you can base your NFL amateur on that, then maybe. But you gotta. Those teams have to have affiliates.
It helps too in MLB and even now in NBA with the G League, you can go right from high school and play. In those leagues in NFL, you can't do
exactly.
that. Or other football leagues.
Well, now you can in NBA. You used to be able to.
Yeah, now you can't. You couldn't.
But I just don't. It's a lost cause, I think. And so when the XFL folds, which I really think it's going to fold.
Yeah, I don't see it lasting.
I don't see it because you don't not.
It may go full season just because of Vince's money, but
you're not getting top talent in here.
Right.
You're getting wash-ups.
Yeah.
Or undrafted players. People that weren't drafted that aren't in the NBA that got cut off your 53-man roster. Aren't good enough to make practice squads.
Yeah.
That's the people you're getting. So you're telling me I am not good enough to be on the NFL practice squad, so I'm gonna play in the XFL. That's the talent we're gonna watch. I don't want to watch that talent because you weren't good enough to be on a fucking practice squad. Why am I gonna watch you?
Right.
That's the talent you're getting because you're not gonna get top tier. Baker Mayfield's not gonna be. You know what? I'm gonna go play for the XFL. No, he's not gonna do that. That's dumb. No quarterback is. Maybe Tom Brady retires. He's like, hey, I'm not done playing. You may get that type of players.
Right.
Like the Big Three league in the NBA. The only reason that's still going is because you still got these weird these veteran names. That you used to
guys
Joe Johnson
retired from the NBA.
Yeah, and you're like, let's see what they're still all about, and there's still some of them still have hoops.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, this is kind of interesting. These old fuckers are playing basketball,
Yeah, and they play half court, so they don't have to run a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, they make it's not a real. It's not it's not a full.
Yeah, I watch it. It's pretty interesting.
So if you had that type of thing in the NFL where you had retired players or people that aren't getting whatever, and that's how you're gonna get your talent, maybe you may be able to keep a league going or something. But if you're trying to compete, good luck. No one's ever gonna compete with the NFL.
Yeah.
Because the NFL dominates top talent, and then everything you get after that is slint. It's literally just the people from the practice squad that aren't wanted. So
speaking of dumb, see the Indians start the 2020 season on March 26th at home.
It's gonna be fucking snowing.
Yeah, 6 inches of snow and 25 degrees. I don't know whose genius idea that was. But
that's when LeBron Lakers come
yeah,
back too, right?
Yeah, it's the same that night. Lakers visit the Cavs that night. LeBron's return for the season, so that'll be interesting.
Wait, that's their first time they'll be back?
Yeah. Well, I think we play in LA in January, and then they come here in March.
Wow.
Yeah, it's almost the end of the season.
Good. Don't need that drama.
No, definitely don't.
So you think right now, here's our bet. Want another bet?
All right.
Who's gonna your NBA Finals?
NBA Finals.
Yeah. No, not who's winning. Like who do you think's gonna be in that?
Be in it.
We can do who's gonna be in it, and then we can pick the winner. But let's just see.
All right. Right now.
So, Kevin.
if I had to pick right now.
Yeah, it's right now. It blind.
I'll say on the West, Clippers.
Okay.
The East is going to be tough. I think I'm going to go with Milwaukee.
Bucks. Those are shitty post-it notes.
Yeah, Clippers. I like what they've done for sure. If they stay healthy,
I like their front three, but they don't have much depth.
yeah.
They don't have much depth. I don't trust their bench, like Lou Williams, but he can't. And that literally makes 4 players.
Yeah.
The Lakers on the other hand, like if they could stay, they have.
They'll be pretty good if they stay.
Stay healthy. I like the Lakers' chance. I'm going Lakers. Because you can't underestimate LeBron. Now when LeBron has talent, he doesn't have to be all on him.
The East is pretty much Milwaukee's.
Yeah, because they just added. They added that shooter. Who they?
Well, they are Korver.
Yeah, Korver.
So
They added Korver. Yeah.
because you got obviously Kawhi's gone from Toronto.
Yeah.
Kyrie, although I think I think they'll be better with Kemba Walker than they were with Kyrie.
Boston.
Yeah, I think Kyrie was just a cancer on that team. I think you'll see them play more as a team with Kemba.
You
So,
got
so
Milwaukee.
they could be decent.
Philly. They got who they end up getting? They re-signed Tobias Harris. They lost Butler.
Who the hell did
They
they
picked
get?
up
Oh, they got Al Horford.
Philly.
Yeah, they.
Like
That'll be the biggest challenger.
I'm gonna go Philly. I'm gonna think Philly. I don't think Giannis has enough yet.
Right.
I don't know if everybody on his team that they had such a great, last season. I don't know if we can count on them having the same.
Yeah.
Giannis is Giannis. I mean, there is another Antetokounmpo on that team, so who knows? I mean, they could have.
And the Nets are going to be decent, but they're going to have
I think
one
next,
more year.
the
when
following year, not this
Durant's-
year, but next year when
yeah,
Durant
they'll
comes
be
back.
a playoff team, but they're not finals.
The Nets should still be.
They're not finals material because they were a playoff team last year without Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan. So
Yeah. But I think Lakers Philly. That's. Bo dunk ass posting now. Trying to stick to the fuck you.
we'll have to do our NFL predictions right before the season starts, and then NBA predictions.
I mean NFL predictions like.
We'll pick who division winners,
Okay.
who we think's going to make the Super Bowl, what the Browns' record's going to be, and then NBA do like we did there, Cavs record, all that. See how.
Yeah, hopefully
see how
soon. Hopefully like. We can maybe, if everything in the future goes smoothly, we can get the show back on its original day,
Yeah,
and then we can start doing
the pregame shows.
pregame shows.
No
We can
problem.
still do pregame shows. It'll be a few days in advance.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to do game previews each week.
Yeah, so I mean, but the pregame show, like I figure we could start like 11:30, 12:30, be done,
Right.
and then we'll just literally watch the fucking game here, like not even go home right away, just watch the fucking game. I'll
Right.
go get the kid and watch football. Like, unless would your wife let you stay out that late?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Alright.
she works till 2 or 3. So.
Okay.
Then we got a Redline Fantasy Football League starting up. We have the draft the 31st, and I'm gonna post the results each week on the Facebook page and the website and the standings. We got a little.
We're gonna make it.
We got a little smack talk chat going on.
Yeah, that some fucking asshole just commented on that shit again. I don't know who he is. Like this Cream dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
Dude's like a fucking,
He's actually new to the station.
he's like a bunch of gifs and shit. Like it's just. Dude doesn't know how to speak English. Apparently, he just gif.
Nah,
gif.
He's
gif,
good. He's a good guy.
We'll see.
We'll have fun with
We'll
it.
see. We'll see. But yeah, I started our league. We have the draft on You seen that, right?
Was it 27th, right?
Yeah, the 27th, the day before the.
Yeah.
So we can discuss our draft results for that. Just a fun league.
Troy's not playing.
No, Troy would do.
He's quitting everything.
I don't know.
Quit my bowling team.
I don't
quit
blame him.
fantasy
I don't
football.
blame him for quitting your bowling team. I quit your bowling team too. I would like. There's a few. No.
Hey, we're 3-time champs. Don't knock it.
Something was wrong with one of your best bowlers leaves, dude. I'm just saying, there's a cancer there somewhere. But
Yeah, he doesn't want to bowl at Skylanes anymore.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right, I guess we're done for this week.
Are we?
It's 9:06. I think
Oh, shit.
we're out of shit to talk about. I
Yeah.
can take this fucking shirt off. Oh, you have no rant this week?
Nah, not really. I was preoccupied with some shit around the house. I really didn't get to look into the news. Probably for the best because
Yeah.
I was like real busy. Like
There's a lot of things you can
There's a
read
shit-
about nowadays, but
like
some of it you really don't want to.
I was watching a lot of baseball. It wasn't a lot. I usually watch some.
Yeah,
news.
me too.
I usually watch some news and some I read some news articles and shit. That's usually where I get my shit from,
Yeah.
But I was watching a lot of baseball because we had these real good series in Minnesota,
Yeah, the
you know.
Minnesota series
It was-
is fun.
And then there's the preseason started, so I was pretty occupied with sports, and I just didn't have time to dive into some bullshit. So, oh well. But all right, yeah. I guess until next week, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll talk about the Browns Colts game and
We totally forgot about Shopping Clowney and Tate Martell getting
oh yeah,
cut.
Tate
losing
Martell
his,
lost out. Goes to Miami because
Dude,
he
these
thinks he's gonna be the
outfits
starter
are
and
garbage.
loses out. But
Yeah, Tate.
you'll have that.
All right,
All right.
guys.
Until next week, guys.